No.
You got a long way to travel for that exhaust. Dude, that poor Honda is totaled.
You got it. You're okay.
Oh no, he might be heavy enough. Hope he can swim.
Heavy rainfall triggered major flash flooding across Boerne, Texas on July 15, 2026, after a powerful storm system delivered torrential rain across the Texas hill country. The rapidly developing floodwaters inundated roads, neighborhoods, and low-lying areas as creeks rose at an alarming pace. Emergency crews responded throughout the day as dangerous conditions spread across the city and surrounding communities in Kendall County.
Herfin River Road, people.
Frederick Creek looking south, you can see where there's debris even up here. Well, it was up higher than it currently is, and that's probably
The intense rainfall began late on July 14th, before becoming even heavier during the early morning hours of July 15th. Several locations around Boerne recorded between 9 and 10 inches, or 230 to 250 millimeters of rain, while some weather stations measured approximately 3.5 inches, or 89 millimeters, in just 1 hour. The extraordinary rainfall quickly overwhelmed drainage systems and caused water levels to rise faster than many residents had anticipated.
nope.
One of the most significant impacts was along Cibolo Creek, which runs through the heart of Boerne. The creek surged to more than 22 feet, exceeding its previous record level set in 2015. The rapid rise transformed normally calm waterways into fast-moving currents, sending floodwaters into nearby streets, parks, and public spaces. The National Weather Service responded by issuing a flash flood emergency for Boerne and nearby areas as conditions continued to worsen. Local officials urged residents to avoid unnecessary travel and stay away from flooded roads, emphasizing that water levels could continue changing quickly even after rainfall began to decrease.
So this is Cibolo Creek at School Street looking north. Anybody that comes through here on a regular
Across the city, emergency personnel received dozens of calls for assistance as vehicles became stranded in floodwaters. The Boerne Fire Department and other first responders carried out numerous high-water rescue operations, helping people safely reach higher ground while monitoring conditions throughout the storm. Authorities reported at least 36 high-water emergency calls during the height of the flooding. Rescue teams used specialized equipment to reach motorists and residents who were isolated by rising water. Thanks to the rapid response from emergency crews, many people were safely assisted despite the challenging conditions.
Whoa. That's crazy.
River Road became one of the most heavily affected locations as floodwaters spread across the area. Nearby neighborhoods experienced rapidly rising water, prompting precautionary evacuations for some residents. Officials encouraged everyone living near creeks and low-lying areas to remain alert and follow local safety instructions.
Okay, it for sure took our bench. We have no idea where it's at. And now the water is way past the sidewalk, the trail, and it's up to the...
Several streets across Boerne were temporarily closed as water covered roadways and made travel unsafe. Drivers encountered flooded intersections, submerged bridges, and debris carried by the rushing water. Authorities repeatedly reminded motorists to avoid driving through flooded roads, as even shallow moving water can create hazardous conditions.
Getting out of here.
I can't go like I used to.
Yeah.
The flooding also affected several public parks and recreational areas located along Cibolo Creek. Walking trails, green spaces, and riverside facilities were temporarily submerged as the creek overflowed its banks. Cleanup efforts began once water levels gradually started to recede.
I wish I was in Florida.
Right?
But it's not coming up.
Local businesses experienced disruptions as floodwaters reached commercial districts near the creek. Some shops temporarily closed while employees and property owners assessed water intrusion and cleaned affected buildings. City crews worked to clear debris from streets and restore access where conditions allowed.
I'd say it gone down a little bit.
Oh man, it's flowing fast and it's flooded.
As the situation developed, the city of Boerne declared a local disaster to support emergency response operations and speed up recovery efforts. The declaration allowed local agencies to coordinate resources more efficiently while assessing infrastructure and public safety needs across the community. The flooding in Boerne was part of a much larger weather event affecting the Texas Hill Country. Neighboring counties, including Kerr, Bandera, Kendall, Uvalde, and several surrounding areas also experienced heavy rainfall, swollen rivers, and flash flooding. The widespread nature of the storm placed significant demands on emergency services throughout the region.